Kitchen has changed. No. It's like the world around us has changed. Like Mitsuki and I are sucked into some horrible, unreal nightmare. A strong, cloying odor hits my nose, and nausea assaults me with renewed vigor. Mitsuki presses her hand to her mouth. Her gaze is running frantically from side to side. Where are we? He's still preying us, scaring us. If that's the case, he has a rare talent. I try to take a step, only to realize my feet are bogged down in a thick, brown substance.
Ew.
It covers the floor with an even layer, which is up to my knees. Disgusting. Not knowing what to make of it, I make my way to the kitchen table and run my hand across it. The tablecloth is smeared with something viscous and sticky. You stepped in shit? They're up to their knees in shit. What do we do now? Give a piece of yourself in the name of love. But what? Mitsuki and I exchange looks, and then something falls next to us with a nasty splash.
Is it a knife? Is it a big fucking knife?
My nerves are stretched to the limit. I jerk backward, subconsciously expecting the floor beneath my feet to disappear again. Grab it before it sinks. The object, now resting on top of the liquid, starts to slowly sink inward. I try to grab it, but I miss, and my palm catches a handful of slimy slop. Hurry. I'm on it. The second try, I managed to grab the oblong handle. A knife.
Ah, it was a knife.
Hey, you're in love? You're in real love?
Chop your fucking pinky off.
I was joking. Give up your pinky fingers that I may join them in scarlet thread to the fate of your beloved ones.
Damn. This dude don't fuck around.
Unbelievable. Even in the darkness, I can see Mitsuki turn dramatically pale. I think they're in over their heads. They've been in over their heads from the beginning. Do you think at this point you can say no? Is this where you can go, nope, no, I'm out? Apparently it's bad to, apparently if he feels your love is not strong enough, bad things happen to you. So you're kind of fucked if you do, fucked if you don't at this point. He wants? It's a no-brainer. She nervously squeezes the pinky finger of her right hand. There's no point in panicking and shouting. We have no choice. The lover isn't asking. That's an order. Don't be afraid. This isn't real. The kitchen, the knife, the blood, all of it's an illusion. How else do you explain falling down the stairs? Excuse me. It's a dream. Just a very plausible dream. That's you convincing yourself or you trying to convince me? Place my left hand on the kitchen table. Immediately gets stuck in something sticky. My right hand with the knife, trembling with anxiety, hovers over the pinky finger. Sweat rolls to my forehead in large hailstones. Yumi? For a moment, I think Mitsuki's about to start talking me out of it, but she stammers and falls silent. What can she say? Which argument to use? Exactly. None. Definitely doing the left pinky, you need your right one, right? What am I supposed to point up while I'm holding teacups? I don't have my pinky. It's not that hard, isn't it? Also, your mom would be disappointed if I didn't have all 5 fingers. Cowardly thoughts flicker over the edge of my consciousness. I want to drop it and run away, because what's happening is pure madness. Heading up to sleep? Well, you have a lovely night. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later. Good night, Boda. I look around and realize there's nowhere to run. I'm not in my world anymore. Where can I go, and where will it lead to? I shudder with fear. What if we're stuck in this bloody nightmare forever? What does it take to wake up in my room, erase the image of the lover, and forget everything? I sharply shake my head. I'll cut these cowardly thoughts out of me. Cut them off with my pinky finger, for Senpai's love. I grip my teeth with force. Cold steel touches my finger. Come on.
Oh, that was a crunchy noise. I didn't like that noise at all. Oh, that was crunchy.
I drop the knife and jerk my hand away in a burst of unbearable pain. For a moment, it seems as the hand and my finger laying on the table are connected by a thin, scarlet thread. No longer holding back tears, I press my hand into my chest. It hurts like hell. Mitsuki's looking at me with a direct, impenetrable gaze. She resembles a marble statue, forever frozen in one pose. I rush to the sink, grab the first towel I can find, and wrap it around my hand. And only a few seconds later, I realize it's completely soaked in blood. Not mine. It takes a while for the noise in my head to subside. The pain dulls. Mitsuki speaks for the first time. Now it's my turn. She picks up the knife without question and places her dislocated hand on the surface of the table. Mitsuki? I can't bring myself to watch Mitsuki cut off her pinky finger, so I close my eyes. Watching another one suffering turns out to be harder than cutting off one's own finger. So weird. There's a nasty sound. Where do you get those sounds? Is it like a horrible crunching noise pack that you can pick up on Kickstarter? And then a melody. I open my eyes. Mitsuki's clutching the wrist of her left hand. Her white face is filled with pain and disgust. I pull out my phone. Give up your hearts in the name of love? Huh? I love the expression, give your hand and heart. Our ghost seems to take it a little too literally. He wants? My gaze falls on the two pinky fingers resting sadly in the scarlet puddle. Aw, they're sad. Resting sadly is such a funny way of describing dismembered fingers. I gulp, trying to deal with nausea. It's not enough for him. Damn lover. Not satisfied with pinky fingers. I've already made up my mind. I've cut out all my doubts and fears. Still, my hands are shaking. My legs can barely keep upright. My head is dizzy from the pungent odors. For Senpai. Somewhere on the edge of my consciousness, I realize none of this is real. I won't die, even if I stab myself in the heart. Uyumi? Mitsuki watches in disbelief as I reach for the knife. You really? I unwrap the towel and grab the knife with both hands. The palm feels cold. The pain from the severed pinky is suddenly gone. All pain is gone. Strike. Don't hesitate. Strike. My mind goes blank. Senpai. For Senpai. Wait. Oh no, Fuyumi. It hurts. It hurts so bad. I've done everything right, yes? I stabbed myself in the chest, but did I hit the heart? I'm not sure. It hurts so much. However, you have to accept it. You have to. If not, then... Black fog floats before my eyes. I no longer hear Mitsuki's voice. Pain has gripped my body and my thoughts. I must have died. The lucky color for today, dead. The lucky object, death. Death. The lucky number, 4. 4 in some cultures is the number associated with death. Just so you all understood the reference. Fuyumi, Fuyumi. Someone is shaking me violently by the shoulder. I struggle to lift my eyelids. My head feels like it's fracturing into shards, and each and every one of them is screaming in pain. Huh, what? Mitsuki's worried face appears before my eyes. What happened to me? I'm lying on my bed. Sun rays gently stream through the window, filling the room with a light of life. Morning? How did I end up here? I nervously press the fabric of my sweater against my chest, but it doesn't hurt. I reflexively grab my pinky finger, still attached to me. Was the lover's trial a dream? I sit up abruptly on the bed and look at Mitsuki. She is sitting there as if nothing had happened, not a trace of yesterday's agony on her face. Her right hand rests on her knee. Mitsuki follows my gaze and twitches her hand. The pain is gone. My hand is fine. It's not dislocated anymore. How? I don't know. It's really weird. My hand stopped hurting as soon as I picked up the knife. I didn't think I'd be able to follow through with a mangled wrist. Follow through. So you too? Of course. You remember you can't disappoint the lover, right? Had I refused, I'm afraid there would have been something worse in store for me. We didn't dream all of that up, right? The same dream, both of us? Whatever it was quite real. She gestures her head to the window. The silhouette drawn in pink lipstick had changed. A part of the dead lover's head had been erased. Next to it, the word "go" written backwards. So it wasn't a dream. No. I hope the second night will be easier. I laugh, expecting Mitsuki to support the joke. But she remained silent, her eyes fixed on me, direct and attentive. Her golden eyes seemed to look straight into my soul. Mitsuki is going to suggest you don't do a second night, which is also what I suggest. It gets a little awkward. What's wrong? No, nothing. I hope so too. I don't feel like sleeping at all. I originally thought the lover's challenge would last all night, but I was wrong. It didn't take us more than an hour to get from my room to the kitchen, so Mitsuki and I slept like corpses through the night. As a result, during the day, we rest and specifically don't touch topics related to the spell. However, my thoughts keep returning to the ritual. What else would the lover want from us? We passed the test of courage. We've overcome fear and gone through pain. Is that not enough? How else do you prove that your love is genuine? I don't know, maybe accepting it when he says no. That would prove that your love is kind of genuine. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, though. Apparently it's not enough. True love requires something more. So everything else is just like not scary. It's just like a quiz show about how much you actually know the person. The night comes too quickly, as if it's been chasing after us to keep us from catching our breath. I walk over to the mirror and put on the lipstick again. My reflection looks strange to me, as I see the treacherous smile reaching across my face. A smile too joyous to belong to a gloomy girl like me. It suddenly dawns on me. I'm no longer afraid. Fear has turned into excitement. Whoops, you're way too late to say that. It happens. I want to see the lover, start the trial, and find out what he has in store for me as soon as possible. More. I want more. I want to pass as many trials as possible. Like a game. Only this time I'm not participating in childish nonsense, but something real, something serious and adult. Hurry. I'm sitting on my bed again. The glowing green numbers of the clock show the inexorable pass of time. A black silhouette reappears at the window. There he is. Yeah. Just like last time, the lover stands without moving and silently surveys the room. Give up your future in the name of love. Our future? What does he mean by it? Our lives? Isn't it pointless? How can we have our happily ever after with our other halves if we die? No matter. I don't care what he asks. We just have to say yes. Take it. A life without a future is disgusting, even when it's brightened by love. Take it. For a moment, it seems the shoulders of the black figure on the window shake with laughter. Then I no longer understand where I am. Mitsuki, the room, the dead lover, all gone. Nothing but darkness before my eyes. I feel no pain. I feel nothing at all. It's like I'm floating somewhere in infinite space. Where am I? Is this life without a future? If that's the case, I'm not scared at all. What are you trying to accomplish, dead lover? Fuyumi? Is someone calling me? Fuyumi? Senpai's voice? My whole being is drawn towards the sound. The darkness begins to part. There it is, a light. And from beyond it comes my beloved's voice. Why does it sound so sad? Is something wrong? I hope Senpai is okay. I open my eyes in horror. The first thing I see is a familiar ceiling of our hospital room. Huh? I'm back at the hospital? My brain refuses to think. Senpai's worried face comes into view. Fuyumi? Fuyumi? My tongue refuses to obey me. What the hell? Fuyumi, can you hear me? Yeah? I'm so glad. It's the first time I've ever heard Senpai sound so anxious. His eyes brim with love. Love for me? My heart does a little somersault in my chest. Give up your future in the name of love. I received the love of Senpai. What would I give in exchange? What did the lover mean when he said the future? I'm so happy for Yumi. I thought you wouldn't make it. I was afraid I'd lose you. Wouldn't make it? From what? What happened to me? That damn car accident. It's so good you're awake. A car accident? What the hell is he talking about? I want to sit up and confront my frightened senpai. But something's wrong. Something weird is going on. Something incomprehensible. My arms and legs refuse to listen to me. Oh, that's what he meant by future. Stab in the heart wasn't enough. He's also going to break your fucking spine. Fuyumi, Fuyumi. Senpai whispers, holding back tears. Oh. Practically a scene out of a movie. Isn't it romantic? A man holds his beloved's hand dearly as she lies in a hospital bed and smiles with the last of her strength. Why isn't Senpai doing that? I try to move my hand that's closest to Senpai. A fleeting cramp passes over my shoulder and nothing happens. What's wrong? I raise my arm frantically in horror. The blanket lifts with it. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Why is my arm so short? Oh. Lieutenant Dan ain't got no legs! It seems to end at the elbow. Further down, the blanket drapes low, hanging off the stump. Everything inside me goes cold. What happened to my arm? I quickly turn my head to the left and try to raise my other arm. Again, I feel nothing below the elbow. What happened to me? Hush, hush, Fuyumi. Everything's all right. All right. Like hell it's all right. I've lost my hands. Suddenly the guy's voice turns into Forrest Gump. A vague realization draws on me. I move my legs, and they seem lighter than usual. No. They're gone. Hands and legs both.
Lieutenant Fayumi, you ain't got no limbs!
A dense fog envelops the world, hiding Senpai's worried face. What do I do? How do I live? Am I going to be transferred to a handicapped school? Can't take notes now. You know, bold of you to worry about that. Wait, that's irrelevant. How will I dress? How will I eat? How will I use the restroom? Can't do anything anymore. I'm helpless. Like a broken doll, only capable of lying in a bed. What was the point of studying so much? It was all for nothing. How do I move on? What do I do? Helplessly move the stumps of my arms. Now, Fayumi, calm down. They've made incredible forward momentum in prosthetics. Right? You're going to be okay. This actually happens to real people. Not all the time, but sometimes. And they have good lives. They have good lives, and you too can have a good life. No. What am I now? A cripple? A burden? What will my parents say? What will I see written on their faces? Disappointment? Disgust? They never loved me. Our family always had a chilly relationship, but at least there was a state of equilibrium. Now? Am I going to be an eyesore to them? An eternal burden? Oh no. No, 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 no. Uyumi, don't cry. I'm with you. I'm right here. Uyumi and I love you. Love? Snap out of my panicked thoughts abruptly. Yes, Senpai loves me. What good is it if I become nothing? We'll never walk in the park holding hands. I'll never make him dinner, and he'll be forced to spend his life caring for an infirm cripple. I don't want this. I want my hands and legs back. I want my bright future back. But Yumi, it doesn't matter what you are. I'll always love you. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Return them to me. Return them! Ah. Terror and panic cloud my mind. Return. What happens next is a blur. I'm sucked into a crazy world of pain and despair. I don't distinguish the faces of people coming into the ward. I don't recognize Senpai. I think Mitsuki visits me sometimes, but I don't know if any of it is reality or just a dream within a dream. I'm slowly losing my mind. So scary. I don't want this to continue. Somebody. Senpai. Helplessness and despair deprive me of my will. I can only shed empty tears and suffer. I've lost all will to live. Senpai visits me every day. As the lover had promised, Senpai loves me even when I'm in this shape. He assured me of his eternal feelings, cheers me up, promises me a bright future. Goddamn bright future does he see. Sometimes it feels like the lover lied, and Senpai is just joking around, mocking my injuries. But no, he truly loves me. It only makes things worse. I don't want to live. What good is this life? What good is it to be forever tied to Senpai, whose feelings can't even be called real? Love was instilled in him. In reality, Senpai would never stay with a cripple like me. Aw. It's sickening. I want to end it all. I'll do everything for you, Fuyumi. Senpai's face is pale and emaciated. Is he eating normally? I can't look at him without my heart aching. What did he say? He'll do everything? Then maybe kill me? Why prolong our mutual suffering? If I'm gone, Senpai will be free of the spell. Then, kill me. What are you talking about? You don't get it, do you? Senpai only blinks in surprise. Looks adoringly at my face. As if he doesn't notice anything else. He won't kill me. He loves me too much. Naively believes that everything will be alright. Silly senpai. Maybe. Everything really will be alright? For the first time in the long days of despair, a faint hope awakens in me. Pull yourself together. You love senpai and he loves you. He loves you despite what you become. Isn't that more important than anything else? That's right. That's exactly what the lover wanted. He wanted me to panic and give up. The lover. That's right. I'm on my second trial. I'm being tested, and I panicked and ended up spending an unknown amount of time in a bloody dream. I have to get out. I can't let the negative thoughts in. Get it together. Pull yourself together. I forced my train of thought to catch the right set of rails. Now senpai will never leave me. He'll never look at someone else. He'll take care of me and love me every day. Is this not enough? Not at all. I couldn't dream of more. People live somehow without arms and legs. I'll survive. I have senpai's support, and the rest doesn't matter. Get it, dead lover? You won't scare me. As long as I've got senpai, you might as well take me apart. My mind is consumed in hysteria. The one thing that keeps me from falling into an abyss of madness is the image of senpai. As long as I hold on to him, no creepy nightmares are scary. Maybe I've lost my mind, but I'm not giving up. I never will. Lucky color for today. Did you really agree to this? The lucky object. Is love so important to you? The lucky number. Are you out of your mind? I wake up in my bed in the morning. Tears stream from my eyes. My lips curved into a sort of crooked grin. Mitsuki is lying next to me, face buried in a pillow. She's shuddering with sobs. Mitsuki? Raise up my elbow. It hits me like lightning. Hands. I sit up abruptly and examine my hands. They're in place. I'm over the moon that they're there. As if testing that they're real, I rub Mitsuki's shoulder. You okay? Did you see this too? With great travail, Mitsuki tears her tearful face away from the pillow and looks at me in a way that twists everything inside of me. Her gaze is fraught with grief, anger, madness, and something else I can't quite place. I drown in her golden eyes, feeling myself being swept away by waves of phenomenally powerful emotions. Did you see it? The hospital? Hospital? Mitsuki blinks. Her lips curve frighteningly for a moment, and in the next instant, she sighs heavily and sits up. No, I didn't see a hospital. No? Then what? I don't want to talk about it. I can generally understand her. Recounting the details of such a horrible nightmare seem inappropriate and vulgar. However, the horrors I had experienced are quickly fading. As if my mind is purposely tucking all the unpleasant memories away in the far shelves of my soul. The lover is testing you, right? He was showing you what happened if your future was taken away from you? Mitsuki nods very slowly, as if her body has become stiff as wood, requiring great effort to move it. He was. You passed the trial, right? A silly question to ask, since Mitsuki is the one piece. Had she failed, the lover would have done something terrible to her. Mitsuki nods again. It's awesome. Only one trial remains, just a bit more, Mitsuki. Mitsuki stays silent. Her gaze becomes stern. What's wrong? I don't want to do this anymore. Huh? What is she talking about, not wanting to do this? Is she abandoning me? What I saw this night, I can't take any more for Yumi. The fall from the staircase and the knife were, of course, not quite pleasant, But what I went through last time? No, I give up. I can't. You can't? If you want, I'll stay the night with you here in your house, so you won't be alone, but I'll be downstairs in the lounge. Maybe the lover will be disappointed in me, but I'm not willing to play his games anymore. Mitsuki has decided to give up. She's afraid that she won't make it through the third trial, so she's simply stopping halfway. This way she'll never get her beloved, but neither will the lover punish her for failing the trial. You know, I've decided to pursue love on my own terms, without depending on some otherworldly forces. If it doesn't work, well, that's life. You should respect the feelings and choices of the person who rejected you. Otherwise, a disaster might happen. Mitsuki doesn't say anything else. She's quiet and grave and serious for a whole day. I'm fuming. How could she back off when the goal is so close, especially after what we've been through? Mitsuki got cold feet, but I feel hardened. The world seems surprisingly simple. Come quickly, dead lover. I can't wait to defeat you again. Wait, Mitsuki? Yeah, I feel like this is Mitsuki being smart. I really, really want to know what Mitsuki saw. Because I'm betting it was something pretty awful, right? Because we know that it wasn't a hospital, which means it wasn't the same thing that Mayumi saw. But I wonder what she did see that made her just go like, nope, we're not playing this game anymore, I'm done. We'll probably never find out. Like, the game will probably intentionally never tell us, but... Plus respecting the choice of the other person. You know what? I feel like maybe that's the lesson she learned, right? She was just like, okay, I've seen enough. I've heard enough. Maybe it's better to just respect other people's choices. The night comes. Mitsuki's down to the ground floor to sleep. On the couch, like she said. I walk over to the mirror and perform the now familiar ritual. The lipstick has taken on another hue, but just as well, the lighting in the room seems somehow strange, otherworldly. There's a hand reaching over and putting it on her shoulder. That's lovely. Are those my eyes? My face? Features reflected in the mirror are outrageously symmetrical. A smile of anticipatory joy plays on my lips. A black wrinkled palm rests on the shoulder in a reassuring gesture. Beautiful. Like a macabre art piece. Is this how dead lover sees himself when he looks in a mirror? How I envy him. Imagine knowing that your lover was essentially forced even if they didn't know it, right? I feel like that would make you feel... Well, let me rephrase this. If you're a decent person, that would make you feel awful for a long time. Some people are not decent people, and they would just be real happy with it, but any decent person would probably feel bad about it. I step away from the mirror and sit on my bed. Waiting for the trial to begin is exciting in its own way. All alone? No. He's standing next to me, separated only by the window pane. I don't just see him, I feel his presence. Or become paranoid. Oh, yeah. You'd always be worried that either the spell would break and you would lose your love, or that somebody would find out that that's how you got them. Honestly, if I discovered that somebody went through all of this to try to get me to love them, I would probably be like a little bit impressed and a whole lot of scared. Like there'd be a little piece of me that's just like, wow, really? Like all that? You went to all that? Right? Listen, there was easier ways. Right? You could have like, I don't know, taken me out to dinner or something. There was easier ways to deal with this. He isn't looking around the room anymore. Now he looks directly at me, What are you waiting for? Hurry and begin the trial. I'm prepared to accept any and all pain and suffering. That's not so difficult to accept, is it? Ha ha ha. The silhouette in the window twitches. Have I scared him? Press my palm to my mouth to keep myself from laughing. Here it is, the final trial. I read the message. Only fools revel in suffering. Huh? Is he mocking me? I abruptly look at the window, but I don't see the lover's figure. The room changes into a different place. Another illusion? Gossamer. Lover, you're repeating yourself. Translucent clouds hover around me. I reach out, trying to grasp the floating mist, but I can't feel anything. Where am I? The lover didn't even say what I have to do. Reach into my pocket, but I can't find anything. My phone is gone. How am I supposed to get directions now? In any case, there's no point in standing still. I step forward and the world shakes. No, it's not the world that shakes. It's me. I'm shaken with sudden feelings. My breath is stolen away, and it takes me several seconds to begin breathing again. My heart feels as if it's been put in a vice. It's torn with unexplainable emotions. What are they? Pain? Guilt? No, enough. Whose voice is this? I feel so lousy that I completely forgot where I am and what I'm doing. I want to lie down, curl up and forget myself in a swamp of uncontrollable longing. This feeling is very similar to what I'd experienced in the second trial. Endless despair. Sora!
Huh?
Who's Sora? Like, I know who Sora is, but not in context of this game. With an inhuman force of will, I suppress the waves of incomprehensible feelings. I take another step. My foot lands with a squelching sound. A chill runs down my calves. And again. I don't want this anymore. The voice sounds in my head. It echoes through my soul, with a feeling of sadness so overwhelming that it makes me want to howl. Or maybe not I, suddenly realize that all my actions are meaningless. My thoughts stop obeying me. Another step. My leg is submerged in knee-deep water. Enough. Enough. This distorted world is driving me crazy. I can't understand where my emotions end and someone else's begin. Whose are they? Why are they being revealed to me? Step. The water is waist deep now. If this keeps up, I'll just drown. I have to go back. I turn around, hoping to climb back up to where I came from. But my foot sinks even deeper. Why can't I just go back and change everything? No matter where I go, I'll only descend deeper and deeper until I drown, right? Is there a safe island hiding somewhere under this water after all? How do I find my way out of this lake of tears when I have to search through it at random? If I make the wrong choice, I'll be submerged further. I can't afford to make any mistakes. A wave of terror ripples through my body. Not because I'm afraid to die. The inevitability of every step I take is frightening, to the point of insanity. I'm afraid to move, lest I make a mistake. My legs are paralyzed still. I don't want to go any further. Any choice I make feels more terrifying than death itself. I will never get out of this mire. I'm destined to go on forever until I hit rock bottom. I yearn to go back. Whose thoughts are these? Whose feelings? I'm dizzy with helplessness and despair. I nearly stop breathing as I'm gripped tightly by fear, so I stand completely still for a long time. A very, very long time. I have to keep moving. My body begins to move on its own. One more step and that's it. I'll be completely underwater. Forward. Forward to the bottom. The support under my feet disappears, and I slowly slide down, feeling my lungs fill with cloying sweetness. Is this how I die? Is this how it ends? No. Absolutely not. I must live. I must hear Senpai's confession. I made all these mistakes for his sake, and I'll be damned if I don't create the perfect love life off of them. I collapse to the floor. A soft carpet cushions the impact. I cough. The only sounds coming from my throat are wheezes, as if my lungs hadn't been filled with water just a second ago. Is the trial over? Am I alive? Where am I this time? The quiet, peaceful ambiance of my home. This living room seems foreign and wrong to me. As if a child has painted the objects in different colors. I sit on the rug across from the couch, where Mitsuki sleeps peacefully, wrapped up in the plaid of a fuzzy gray shade. I frantically fumble at my pocket for my cell phone. So you're back, huh? You throw your pain around like it's nothing. What of other people? Will you hurt another person? I involuntarily look at Mitsuki. Oh. Oh no. This lover's guy is kind of a little fuck, isn't he? Is this what the lover means? I have to hurt Mitsuki? My chest feels chilly. What should I do? Condemn her to eternal torment. I don't get it. You've just seen her nightmare. Her second trial. Those feelings are Mitsuki's fears. Oh! Huh. We saw her second trial. That's kind of cool that we got to see that. And the reality was that actually, it seemed like a metaphor for depression. Honestly, the Meyer felt like a metaphor for depression. So, I guess she had incredibly severe depression, was the thing that happened to her for the sake of the love. Which is very sad, Chad. Condemn her to an eternity of doubts and misery. Agree to this and your dream will become reality. How despicable. I can only be with Senpai if I doom Mitsuki to the nightmare from her second trial? How can such a choice be forced onto someone? Choose. I can't. Decide. Mitsuki didn't want to talk about her trial. The entire day her face was stony, as if she was barely holding back tears. Recall her sobbing into a pillow this morning. How can such a choice be forced on someone? Yeah. But you know, I sort of get it, right? Like, when she was the only one suffering, when she was inflicting suffering on herself, you can be kind of gung-ho about that, right? You can be pretty sure in the morality of it in a lot of ways. Once that gets turned on someone else, things get a little more complicated, right? How much pain are you willing to inflict on others for it? A distorted world filled with despair and fear. Every step means more agony. And I'm being asked to condemn Mitsuki to that. What should I do? I was ready to do anything for love. I think we're going to have a choice soon. Hold on. I'm not sure if the saves are actually useful because of the memory system here, but complete any challenge, endure any pain, find the strength to continue no matter how difficult it could become. What does Mitsuki have to do with my dream? How is she related to my problems? Involving an outsider is just dishonorable. I have no right to meddle in her life. Right? Could Mitsuki have foreseen what the third trial would be like? Is that why she refused to continue? No, I just can't. Are you sure? The lover seems to mock me, as if he's punishing me for my arrogance. How does the legend go again? The dead lover severely punishes those who aren't willing to fight for love. He's testing my resolve. How sly of him. This is wrong.
Look, everyone, it's Aki!
Aki, by the way, is our actual main character. Aki's getting involved. Mitsuki is not to blame. We should have doubts.
Let's not do that. Let's not fuck this up.
Poor Mitsuki's had enough trouble. I hesitate. No. I'm almost ready to back down. I can't take that risk. I can't put Mitsuki in danger. Hold on. Excuse me, chat. Sorry about that. I look at her pale face, leaping face twisted with anxiety. Mitsuki looks older than her age, the perfect image of a caring sister. She would have supported the decision to back down. Right? It would be a sensible, confident Mitsuki do. Of course, she would refuse to hurt her friend. And still, doubts, doubts, doubts. Maybe that's what the lover wants, to confuse and scare me, to make me retreat. The sly manipulator is playing on emotions, forcing the easy way out. Which means... I figured out your ruse. The lover's lying anyway. He can't hurt an outsider. So I need to take the risk. When I wake up, Mitsuki will commend my courage.
No, that's not how this works.
I've decided. Condemn her to torment. You're lying anyway. Thy will be done. I squeeze my eyes shut, not wanting to see the silly illusion anymore. The Mitsuki lying on the couch isn't real anyway. And so is the house, and me. We sleep peacefully. We're safe as long as we pass our trials honestly. A wave of comprehensive calm washes over me. Now I just need to wake up.
So this was kind of a fake choice. Like, I had the option to have doubts, but when I had doubts, it was just like, nah, we do it anyway.
The spell works wonders. The very next day, Senpai calls me out for a walk and confesses his feelings. He's embarrassed and can't find the right words, but the light of love burns in his beautiful eyes. Never before has Senpai seemed so sweet and kind-hearted. I expect some insidious trickery, but Mitsuki is acting the usual as well. Maybe she's become a bit more detached. But after all, it makes perfect sense to back off so that the couple can spend more time together. I can't stop looking at Senpai. So handsome and sweet. I want to cuddle him like a stuffed toy. When you look at me like that, I feel awkward. Should I turn away? No need for such drastic measures. He's so damn cute. Mitsuki walks by. She looks paler than usual, and is wrapped in a huge scarf. She gives a barely perceptible nod of greeting and sprints forward without ever saying hello. Mitsuki's acting weird, don't you think? I feel a pang of guilt. What if the lover wasn't lying? Mitsuki's under the influence of some kind of evil magic. Mitsuki, is she... Senpai is frowning so hard, as if he has a headache. I'm about to tug on his sleeve when Senpai suddenly steps forward and picks up something from the ground. It's a photo of Mitsuki. With the face painted with a green marker. What's this? Looks like a photo for the dead lover spell. I immediately regret not holding my tongue. A spell? Has someone put Mitsuki under a spell? Maybe. You think that's why she's been so weird lately? I don't know.
Playing dumb.
Fear pricks my heart. What if Mitsuki really is under the spell of some jerk? Some rascal playing with her feelings?
That's kind of hypocritical, don't you think? You are the rascal! You are the jerk! This lady. My tongue feels bitter. A horrible coincidence, or... I don't really believe in magic, but I'm worried about Mitsuki. There's nothing we can do anyway. The fog of love proves incapable of quelling Senpai's anxiety. He's gloomy and brooding, even if he tries to smile serenely when I'm around. Mitsuki continues to avoid us, looking more and more like a reanimated ghost with each passing day. The circles under her eyes become as black as if they've been drawn with charcoal. Senpai crosses path with her in the Magician's Club every day, which fuels his anxiety more. I want to console him, but how? Even better, to help Mitsuki. One day we're sitting in my room. Truly an exhilarating moment. However, Senpai is in no mood for romance. I know what we should do. Hmm? Senpai's face was so close, I can count his long eyelashes. There's nothing about it on Shamrock, so I needed to do a lot of searching. Searching of what? Looks like lifting the spell isn't interesting enough to post on the site.
Huh?
What? What is he talking about? Took me some time, but I managed to learn that the dead lover ritual can be cancelled. Senpai's eyes flashed with delight. I feel a strange feeling akin to jealousy. Hold on, are you sure Mitsuki's under a spell? Maybe she's sick or there's trouble with her family. No, I asked. Everything's fine at her home, and you don't go to school with such serious illness. You saw her. Mitsuki looks like she's about to die of attrition. And then there's the photo we found. I'm positive that she's been bewitched. I don't know how to answer this. Painfully familiar feeling swirls in Senpai's eyes. Obsession. Not just any obsession, something weird, otherworldly. For some reason, looking at Senpai, I remember the black ghostly silhouette in the window of my room. Do you know the legend of the lover? For some reason, I shake my head negatively. A certain young man loved a girl and died because of an accident. The girl didn't grieve long and found another guy. The lover's heart was broken and began to help the unfortunate lovers from the other side of the world. Those who aren't willing to fight for love, he punishes severely. He despises the thought that for someone love is a frivolous game that's easy to dismiss. I see. That's why I didn't risk to back down. Who knows what the lover would have done to punish me? Because of this, canceling the spell is very difficult. There's a heavy price to pay for foolishness. I'm getting worried. As much as I feel for Mitsuki, I can't let Senpai come to harm. It's too dangerous. No worries. He smiles encouragingly. In any case, I would have marveled about how reliable and brave he is.
Oh.
So what's required? Senpai nods happily, as if he's been waiting to brag about the rare information he had found. The cancellation ritual was performed in the place where, according to legend, the dead lover took his last breath. They say his beloved was very fond of primroses, but it's necessary to bring a bouquet and burn it. And of course, you need to offer the lover a gift. Something valuable you can count as payment for the trampled love. Like what? Not some material good, something very important to you. But don't be afraid. I know what I'm going to sacrifice. I think my love for Trix will be enough. I don't understand. I'll never touch another cylinder and magic wand again in my life. I keep right-clicking on accident. Also, that is quite the thing. But you love Trix so much. You finally managed to recruit people and officially start a club. That's the point of the sacrifice, to lose something important. Better to forget about Trix than about you. You're my most precious treasure. Sensing Senpai's loving gaze becomes unbearable. What's more, I'm starting to feel guilty. I'm the one who condemned Mitsuki to suffering in the third trial. Now she's suffering because of someone's spell.
Why should Senpai pay the price?
Hmm.
Is there no other way? Alas. How do we know where the dead lover died? It was difficult, but I managed to find out. Mentioned in one mystical form that unusual flowers bloom where the dead lover died. Starting to feel it, right? She's starting to feel guilty. Just feel it a little bit, girl. I wonder if she's going to break her own spell on Senpai. It feels like a thing that would be good for her to do. I would like her better as a person if she did that. However, we do have ads. So for those of you heading off to ads, don't worry, the game will be paused and you will miss nothing. And I will see you in just 3 minutes, alright? See you. For those of you who are still here.